Okay, so I've changed my mind. Phone calls are open. Phone lines are open if you want to call in. I didn't change my mind. Our guest is running late. 866-300-9298. 866-300-9298. If you got a question, you want to queue it up, give us a call. We will get to it. 866-300-9298. About once every 3 or 4 years, my wife listens to the program. And she said to me yesterday, would you please slow down, at least when you give the phone number out? Why do you have to talk so fast? I'm just telling you what my wife, why, and she doesn't listen, so I can kind of say whatever I want to say, but why do you have to talk so fast? What's the point in talking so fast? I mean, this is what she was saying to me yesterday. I was like, oh man, really? I mean, she used to do this every Saturday when I was live on Saturdays as well, because she would call screen for me, so she was always writing me little notes and standing up and telling me to slow down. So, as an honor to my wife, 866, it's toll free, 866-300-9298, 866-300-9298, if you want to call in. Devin, you can cut that clip out and you can email that to Yvonne. 866-300-9298. So let's get a quick look. The markets, looks like the futures are still, by the way, futures still in positive territory. The Dow, oil went over 100 yesterday. It closed at 155. It is down off of that at 134. I do want to mention that there's a report out this morning from AAA, and I thought I had it. Here it is. AAA warns gas prices are set to rise. AAA warns gas prices are set to rise in the spring after winter weather across many parts of the country keep demand low and provided a slight reprieve from recent weeks. So what they go on to say is we've got a double whammy. We've got low demand, and we've got the switch over to spring gasoline. It's a time when refineries shut down, so the capacity is lower as far as producing. So refineries shut down. They do their change over from winter gas to summer gas. And so there's always an increase in the spring in gasoline prices. Well, now we've got demand low. We've got oil prices. I don't know that they're going to stay above $100, but we got oil prices up above $100. So we have all that stuff going on. So AAA is warning just in time for the spring and summer driving season that gas prices are likely to be higher. Isn't that a joy? 866-300-9298. Gold on a 4-day winning streak, a 4-day up streak. It looks like it is right now, but it looks like it may be hinting after Janet Yellen's comments that it may be coming down off of that. It's at $12.79 right now. Silver's at $20.03. Looks like silver getting ready to move down below 20 right now. Agricultural commodities, all negative with the exception of wheat. Let me go to the phones, go to Lisa. Lisa calling us from Missouri. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have two quick questions. How many charitable gift annuities can I have, and is it better to open the Roth IRA with my bank or the Timothy plan?
How old are you, Lisa?
45.
I would do the Roth with Timothy.
Okay.
For certain, and you can have as many charitable gift annuities as you want.
Okay.
So my wife and I have 7 of them, but you can have as many as you want. I know people that instead of I'm not suggesting this. I'm just telling you that I know people that use it as a retirement in the sense that how you might make a $3,000 or $4,000 a year contribution in your IRA. They save that money and they put it in a charitable gift annuity, and they do that same thing every year. So, I guess they have a whole bunch of them.
Okay. Is it like one per company, or does it just depend on them?
Well, What?
you want to do it with.
Oh, no. It's wherever. It's, it's irrelevant. It's so charitable gift annuities don't have any regulation in and around, how many you can do or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Lisa. Thank you. Let me go to Annette. Annette calling us from Louisiana. Hey, Annette.
Hi.
How are you? What's your question, Annette? Annette?
Sorry, I can't hear you, Dan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. Maybe if you're on a speakerphone or something, that might mess things up. But I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to try to take you off the speaker.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Thanks for taking my call. And my first question is that I borrowed part of my 401k to do some repairs on a home that I still own in Austin, Texas, that had some foundation problems to get that fixed. And we still haven't been able to sell it or anything. But if I wanted to change jobs, what kind of hit would I take on that? I heard that I might have to take it as income.
You will. You'll be taxed and penalized. Are you under 59 and a half?
Yes.
Yeah, you will be taxed and a 10% penalty assessed on that if you leave your job.
That's how I felt, that I better hang on until we get that paid off.
Yep. Yeah.
And then my second question, if you have time for it.
Go ahead.
Is due to the house in Austin, it's been a negative cash flow for us, and every which way we've turned, we've tried to sell it, and without avail. Do you have any recommendations? I mean, we do have a renter in it. Is there anything like at a loss, like we could sell it for a loss and take some kind of tax benefit or something like that? Right now, we're not receiving any tax deductions due to the expenses on the house.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing, Annette. You could sell it and take a loss, and you would get a tax benefit. But the tax benefit on a loss of a capital gain of an investment like that, you can only take $3,000 a year. Now, the ideal situation would be that you take your $3,000 loss against gains. A lot of times people don't have much concern about taking a loss because they have gains. Maybe they've sold some stock that was, very profitable, whatever. But you can only take $3,000. Now, it carries over, so you don't lose it. So if you take a loss of $9,000, so for the next 3 tax years, you can take $3,000.
Great. Well, that's
okay.
Great information. Thanks so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, Annette. I appreciate that. Folks, 866-300-9298, 866-300-9298. We've got our guest with us, and I want to go to our guest, so I apologize. I know we got a full board. Hang in there, though. We'll get back to the phones as soon as we can. 866-300-9298. And we have with us a special guest, David Harms. David Harms is been involved with the very project that we are partnering with today, and that's India Partners. India Partners is an organization that is looking to have an impact on stopping the human trafficking that is going on primarily in India. And David's going to give us a little bit of an update and tell us a little bit about that. Most importantly, folks, and when you hear if you don't understand the importance of it, which I think everyone does, that you can contribute. And that's what we're asking you to do. We are asking you, and I'm asking you personally, to join my wife and I and contribute to the ministry, to contribute to stop this horrendous lifestyle and to help proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. And you can contribute by going to 800. You can do it right now, 800-678-9962. Or you can go to afr.net and you'll see the banner right there on the front page, and you can contribute that way. David has been involved in this ministry. And David, welcome. And tell us a little bit about this red light, I think you call it the red light rescue campaign.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Tell us about that.
But what we're basically doing is doing something beyond just being aware of the problem. And I think that's the beauty of the campaign, because I think there has been some traction recently in regard to the issue of human trafficking, that it exists and that the Christian church needs to respond somehow. So we're becoming aware of it, but then it becomes, well, what can we do about it? And so India Partners is a way to do something about it. The rescue comes when into the red light district, social workers that are on staff with India Partners go in, befriend the women, the children that are conceived and born in the red light district, and then through the relationship, we get them out. We don't have the raids that police are involved in. We have relationships that then let them know that they are able to get out and go into one of the safe houses. We operate safe houses at India Partners for girls, boys, and women. And so we're asking those who listen to provide the financial resources to keep those safe houses going and to expand them. The only thing that keeps us from expanding the ministry is the finances. And so $7.08 is the cost to provide 1 day in a safe house. That's full room and board. That is a full-time school for those under 16 years old. It's all the counseling they need, and they need it. Believe me, they come out of some very traumatic situations. It is basic medical care. It's basically the ability to love on them and in the process show them and teach them about the love of Jesus. So it's $7.08, and what we've been asking listeners to do is provide just a suggested amount. $50 is a week in the safe house. People can give any amount that they want. Oh, and I should say, this would make sense for your listeners. There is a supporter to India Partners that is actually going to double every gift until the top of the hour.
Oh, wow.
And up to a day. So that's like $2,500 that they're willing to double, but only really till the top of the hour. So we are hoping people will call or go online. Either way will work, but we're hoping they will do that really honestly in the next 25 minutes to double up the amount that they can give.
Tell us about the safe houses and how many are there, and are you met with government, opposition to this at all?
Well, we operate under the auspices, meaning we have to be licensed by the government.
Okay.
Right. So they know we're there. They know we're Christian. They know what happens. We would fall under the same kind of government regulation that we would in the States in regard to operating, basically, it's not an orphanage because sometimes the mothers are alive. So we operate under that, and we have regulations that go along with that. But they do know as a Christian organization that that we are there to share the love of Jesus, and we do, and we have no hindrance to doing that, which is an amazing thing if you think about it. And so the beauty of this campaign is we operate within a very Hindu society, yet as a Christian organization, and that's where, in my mind, the beauty comes in, because we're able to present Jesus in a way that brings about healing for the girls. It's an integral part of what we do with India Partners.
How effective has this been? The safe houses in particular, are they very, very effective in getting these children and women back into society?
Yes, very, very much so. The percentages are very high. Obviously the women and the girls are there by will. They're not forced to be there. But our success rate, if you want to call it that, would clearly be above 90%. Now, the other thing that, though, is extremely important, and I don't like throwing out numbers so much because numbers are impersonal, but the other number that is extremely urgent, in my opinion, is that if we don't get them out, when the second generation starts to happen, in other words, when women start to have babies, because it happens in the work that happens, those girls that are conceived and born and live in the red light district, if we don't get them out, over 95% will end up going into that same line of work. They become the property of the owners. And so the urgency is if we don't get them out when they're young, they will not get out. And so the $7.08 is extremely important. And I think the question is asked, what happens after, say, I give a week of $50? Do they just get kind of put out back into the streets? And the answer is no, of course not. We just simply pool the money that comes in. And so when your week is up, somebody else's week kicks in so that these children, once they're in our program, will be there until they're 16 years old. And that's where in India, that's kind of the equivalent of our 18 years old.
David, how is this concentrated in certain areas of India, or is it very widespread?
It's very widespread, but obviously in the urban areas. Mumbai is a huge city, if I understand it right, and I still have to confirm that, but it's the second largest city in the world. Just in Mumbai proper, there are 17 million people. So the need and in a sense, the market is in the bigger cities. I hate to talk that crass, but that is the financial part of it. So it's all over India, but especially in the urban areas like Mumbai. Speaking of financial, if I could just quickly throw out, just for the sake of your audience to understand the economics of this, the reason that young girls are more attractive in this situation, the reason that they're the most vulnerable, is that to the cost to be with a girl under 15 is about the equivalent of $20. The cost to be with a girl 18 and over is about $1.
Wow.
So
David,
owners,
I got to ask you to hold that thought for a second. We unfortunately, I have hard breaks because we're on so many other networks.
Sure.
So I've got to go to break, but as soon as we get back, I want you to hold that thought, and we'll pick up on that. You're listening to Financial Issues, American Family Radio Network. I'm Dan Celia. I'll be right back.